Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about part 2 of how I got my shrunken head. This one aired September 21st, 1998. It has a 6.4 out of 10 overall on IMDb with about 100-ish user votes. And if you want to know about actors and directors, I suggest watching part 1. Now, in terms of adapting for the book, it actually adapts it fine. I think for the most part. First of all, the tone of the book, for me, it felt much more intense and much more scarier. And when the kid does get to the exotic location, it feels a little scarier and a bit more intense from the book. It doesn't feel that way in the show. It feels very cheap. It feels very half-assed. And I know they can't really go to exotic locations. It kind of makes you question why adapt the book. I mean, unless you got a bigger budget and you can take a trip somewhere, or better yet, get better effects, it just doesn't feel right. And it doesn't feel very, like, adventurous, and it doesn't feel very over the top. It feels like they're dumbing it down just to save a buck. But I actually loved the book. The book was actually very intriguing. The mystery was good, and granted, the mystery is done well in the two-parter, but yeah, I guess what I'm going to say about the part 2 itself, is it better than part 1? IMDb may say otherwise, but I think it kind of is, and I say that because I don't know, I guess because I felt flashes of the book, and I felt like the book was pretty solid, but I have to say the effects are kind of, there's some shots where I just gotta be like, please, this is cringeworthy. But yeah, good lord. I just can't get into it. I don't hate it either. It's not anything special. And the thing with the book is, for me, it felt special. Not like, ooh, it's the best Goosebumps book ever written or whatever, but it felt like a good adventure story with some scary situations. Kind of like an Indiana Jones vibe. And this one, it really doesn't. It just feels cheap. It just feels kind of kiddish. And not to say anything against the kid actors or anything, but I feel like the main kid actor should have been a bit older. And nothing against the kid who plays him. The kid who plays the main character is fine. He's pretty solid, but I don't know. I just felt like it should have been done with older kids in mind. But I don't know. It just felt very. I just don't really care for it that much overall. I mean, it's not anything that I hate watching, but it's not scary. And Goosebumps episodes don't scare me, but I can still admire them. They can still throw me in awe. And that's the problem with this one. There's not really any moments of awe. In the book, there was. And I felt intrigued by the book because the mystery was good. And granted, the mystery is interpreted well in this. I just felt like it was delivered in a cheesy, cheap way. And it kind of rubbed me off the wrong way in this. And yeah, overall, it's not a good adaptation. I mean, is it skippable? I personally go ahead, skip the two-parter, but I mean, is it the worst? No, but it really isn't something that it's hard to get hyped for something like this, because when I think of that book, I think of something much more grander, and this story isn't grand. That's the problem. The tone is just, it doesn't deliver the grandness that I felt like it needed, and it doesn't really feel, I don't know, it's missing, it just felt it felt too low scale, and that's the problem I have with it. Is it cheesy? Is it bad funny? Oh, sure. Fuck yeah. So if you want to watch it for that, good. I mean, there's a couple moments of good. I mean, the acting isn't the problem. It's the tone and the decision to do what they wanted to do with it. And in all honesty, it's not really a story I would think should have been adapted. They should have chose something that was a bit more doable for a two-parter. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos. And yeah, that just met. But yeah, have a good day.